What's up, my Eagles? So today we're going to do a viewer request. Someone asked me on the proper way to jack up a Hyundai Ioniq 6. So we're going to kind of walk through that. I'll put on the screen right now like a screenshot of the Hyundai's kind of proper technical way with their documentation. This car is meant to be lifted with a 4-pulse lift or some type of kind of commercial heavy duty lift. You can do it with a jack, but you'll kind of see why once I get into it, why it's a little bit difficult, especially with the battery. This car's heavy, so you want to make sure you have the right kind of equipment. So we're going to get right into it. It's going to be a little dark under here, especially with the black. I don't have any kind of nice lights, but I'll try to do the best I can. So if you look, there is a little pocket here. So if you're going to use a jack or a lift point, this is where you want to put it. Now, where it gets a little tricky is when you want to put the car in jack stands. Because in most situations, in this little pocket, you're not going to have enough room to use or to have the jack and a jack stand. So I use a little cheater puck, and I'll put that on the screen right now. And it's going to go essentially on this leading edge right here. Now, you can do this with a jack. one of my biggest pet peeves is bending up the pinch weld on cars. So I always kind of have to get down here. I have a mirror now, but when I do this normally, so what we're going to do is going to line this up right here. The good thing is too, the battery kind of cuts away over there. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can kind of see it there. So ideally we're going to put that jack stand right here. So I'm going to jack this up now. And you want to just be super careful and take your time. So I'm going to switch to a different mount here, just so it's a little easier for me. All right, so we're going to go up. Just going to go up just high enough to get the wheel off the ground. You're going to hear a lot of concerning noises, most of which should be perfectly fine. All right. The other thing I have is this little guy, but it's a little puck for pinch welds to go on top of your jack stand. Definitely recommend these. They're super inexpensive.
Just a little bit more.
And as you can see, with me all the way over there, I just have enough room to get the jack stand in that little cutout. Need to move it a little bit more this way. Okay. As you see, it's settled right on there. We're gonna let all the weight off. Now the good news is the rear is a lot easier because you got two pockets and it's spaced really well apart. I figured I might as well show you how to take the tire off, I guess. I rather like these wheels, so I usually wrap the socket up with a little tape so I don't mess with the wheels. Unfortunately, I also went over the size, so I don't remember what that is, but I will tell you, I'll put it in the description later. But we'll take this off. Now, I'll be honest with you, these wheels are ridiculously heavy, so just be prepared for it. because with the tires, I think they're in the 50-pound range. Smooth, just like that. Whenever you take off your wheels, do yourself a favor and check the threads, check the treads for nails and stuff like that. All right, just a little in my way here. Move you guys over here. These wheels are much lighter, so you can definitely pick it up and put it on there. Always start your lug nuts by hand. And since these are factory Hyundai wheels, you can reuse the lug nuts, no problem. These are off a Hyundai Veloster. I'm just getting them zipped on real good. I'm gonna go back over with the torque wrench. For whatever reason, I don't understand this. The Hyundai torque rating for the wheels is a range. I don't understand that. I gotta double check that spec because I don't remember it, but I'll definitely show it on screen to you guys too. It's weird. Let's get this side back on the ground and we'll be good to go. Now, because of how much of a pain it is, typically I don't use a jack stand unless it's going to be on the looks like I'm going to be working on it for a while. So and there you go. All right, this is future me. So there's one other thing I forgot to tell you guys. What I like to do is if you've taken off the wheels and jacked the car up, especially in the rear, what you should do is turn the car on, make sure you hold the brakes firmly, and then you want to release the parking brake. Okay, after you've done that, put the car in neutral. It's gonna probably neutral first, parking brake off, and release the car so it can settle. Turn the wheel. All right, and then just put it back in park. The reason for that is that there's a lot of weight on the parking pawl in the rear drive unit, and there has been some issues. One other thing of note too is if you have like an issue with a stuck lug nut or you need to torque it, make sure you do it on the ground with the parking brake on. You should not apply force to just the parking pawl itself. That should not be an issue because as soon as the car's in park, it should put the parking brake on, but just in case. All right, so that kind of concludes the video. If you guys got any questions, put in the comment section below. But that should take care of it. Thanks, guys.